We're about to take this pile of tech through Iceland, Paris, Greece, Ireland, and a bunch of places in between. Before we get into the gear, quick ask. This channel is brand new, and if you like travel that's actually useful, not just pretty montages, click that subscribe button below. Links to the gear featured in this video will be in the description below, but none of this is sponsored, and those links are not affiliates. This is just gear we bought ourselves based on our own research, budget, and what we think actually helps us capture this trip. First up, the phone. No matter how much gear we bring, this will be the thing that we use the most. But that shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It's always with us, it's fast, it's easy, and it's the best way to capture those quick moments. So the plan is to use the phone for speed and those intentional moments, but not rely on it for everything. Next is this DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This may end up being the most important camera we bring, and I had to switch my iPhone to film this portion of the clip. So see, that phone does come in handy. For travel, the Pocket 3 solves very specific problems. How do you capture smooth, usable footage without turning every moment into a production? It comes with a great battery extension, so it ends up being a little easier to handle, gives you way more battery life, has this little collapsing tripod that it can come with, which can be really helpful for setting it up on a table. I also have a way to mount this on my bag, almost like a body cam. And I'm hoping it makes it easier to capture natural walking footage without constantly stopping to set something up. Now let's talk about the drone. So the Mavic Mini is probably the gear we're the most excited about. It's also the one that we're the most cautious about too, because drone footage can completely change how a place feels on video. The kind of shots that can help tell a story of a place. Not just what it looks like standing there, but how it fits into the landscape. But bringing a drone to Europe is not as simple as tossing it in the bag and flying wherever we want. I had to pass a drone operator's test and get a permit to fly. It wasn't the easiest thing to figure out, but eventually I got it done through Iceland's aeronautical website. Even with that permit, there may be a lot of places where the drone never leaves the bag. We're also going to have a few water days in Greece and potentially Ireland, so I need to bring our GoPro. We're currently using the GoPro 9 Black, so it's a few years old, doesn't even shoot in 4K, but it's our best option for water footage. I know people are gonna say the iPhones are waterproof. It's true, I have used it in a pinch, but salt's pretty harsh on phones and we don't wanna really risk it so early in our trip. The GoPro's small enough, and I think with the extra battery, I may not even have to charge it on this trip for the amount of time we're actually in the water. The only thing I'm debating is whether I bring this tripod handle. The next are these wireless microphones, and these little DJI Mic Minis might be the biggest difference than almost anything else in our final production, because bad audio can ruin good footage. And for this channel, audio matters, because we don't want every video to become a music montage with a voiceover later. Matter of fact, most of our videos before were just music montages. The case is also a magnetic charger, which means they stay in place, carrying charges between shoots. Now for the tripod / selfie stick, this is one of those things I'm the most unsure about. A compact tripod can be really useful and easy for taking headshots, but it's also long and awkward, so this is not coming everywhere. The plan is to bring it on the days when we know we're filming intentionally and leave it behind for the days that we're moving too fast. The laptops are probably the easiest item to justify and the easiest items to regret. But laptops are also heavy, they take up space, they have to be charged, and it gives us 2 more expensive things to worry about. So the laptops are coming, but it's not meant to take over the trip. The plan is to use them during downtime and travel days, not when we should be experiencing the places we actually came to see. Now let's talk about this bag, because this is the part that determines whether any of this actually works. Most of the gear is going to be in this bag I'm carrying every day. The cameras, microphones, chargers, adapters, batteries, cables, and small accessories all need to have a place, because if the bag is a mess, the whole system falls apart. The laptop and tripod, they don't fit in this bag, so that already creates a decision point. The bag is for the gear we might need while we're actually filming. The laptop will stay back in the hotel room. The tripod is a special use case, not an everyday carry. So the bag has one job to do: make the most useful gear easy to grab, not carry every possible thing. Now for the least exciting part of the kit, but maybe the most important, chargers and adapters. Don't forget power banks, because cameras are useless if they're dead. Phones are stressful when their batteries are low and we're in a foreign place. For a trip like this, power is not an accessory, it's what keeps the whole system working. We're using this international adapter from Anker. It works in every country we're visiting, and it's got these little USB-C and regular USB outlet ports. This replaces 2 devices, which is nice when you're traveling. It's got little ports here to pull out the various connector types. Don't ask me which ones are which, I'll just figure it out when we get there. Since we have a pretty epic road trip planned in Dublin, it makes a lot of sense to bring this car USB adapter. I really like this one because it has 2 USB-Cs, 2 standard USBs, and a voltage reader. I believe 2 of these ports support fast charging speeds based on their color, but I don't know the specifics. If you do, let me know in the comments. Now for this power bank. It's Anker. It's specifically designed for charging iPhones through this MagSafe. I bought it because my iPhone is older and doesn't do well on a full day away from an outlet. So, you know, it snaps on right there. However, we may need to charge other devices if we're out for a long day, and this won't be helpful. So I'm considering either swapping this for a different power bank with multiple device supports or bringing both. Honestly, we might be bringing too much. That's the danger with travel tech. Every item has a valid reason to come. And the real question is whether each item earns its place during this actual trip. Not while we're packing, not while we're imagining the perfect travel video, but during the real version of this trip. So subscribe below if you want to see the real test, because right now, this is just a pile of gear. Europe is going to tell us what actually mattered. So let us know in the comments, what did we get right? What do you think we missed? And what we should do next time? See you guys in the comments.